The great actor Kevin Kline once said, "I feel the most alive in my character." Now, as far as my next guest is concerned, alive may just be the hope he's clinging on to in Sonchiriya. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Sushant Singh Rajput on Bollywood Times.
Thank you so much.
Is it right to say how alive are you because you've been shooting a lot of bullets?
Yes, and I think you have touched a very important point, which is actually a very important point. You know, when you are placed in a situation where for anything you're using a force such as arms and bullets, then let's just say that it's a very important context. Also, there would be chances that bullets are fired from the opposite side and you can get killed. So you already have assumed that for whatever this is, you are willing to die. Now, this is where I wanted to get at. I was reading in a book where the writer said that, you know, a few decades back, almost everybody has something, a concept, an idea, a belief, because of which they were ready, even in their visualization and honesty, they were ready to give their lives. And now everything is convenience based and just metaphor based, mostly. That's the drive. And we see that not many could answer. Probably they can end up giving life for something that they deem very important, but they don't know what it is. They are not put in a situation where they are supposed to think like this. So what the writer was saying that this not answering or not acknowledging this question has taken a part of us. So I'm not saying what's left is right, better, wrong, worse. I'm just saying that it's taken a chunk of us. So when you see a film in which these things are used, and just not for artistic purposes, punctuations, but also they are very much required in the story for the narrative to go forward, then you understand these characters. Because as an actor, when you see that your character could do this because of anything, it just adds one dimension. Right. If you understand that dynamic and probably hold on to that, just not for the same cause, but could anything, or you're just looking to make that much space for anything that could come, I think it actually is very disruptive in a good way, and you pay attention, just like when bullets are fired.
Yeah. Well said.
You said.
Well said. Okay, Sushant, there are directors.
Yes.
And then there are filmmakers.
Yes.
There's a Vishal Bharadwaj, there's Abhishek Chaubey, there is Nitish Tiwari, there is Neeraj Pandey, Anurag Kashyap.
Great names you're taking.
Yeah, and you've worked with a few.
Yes.
I want to ask you, is their perception overall in telling a story very different? Because it's much more than what they give as technicians, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like tools are. I'll use an analogy, and I think when I use a different analogy every time, I understand the same thing in a better way. So I'll use a new analogy this time. It's not rehearsed. So let's just say that we have a car, and it could be anything, right? From anything that works on 4 tires to the best one that's on the globe. While the tools are different. While you can say that it is a car because it's got an engine or steering and this, and that's how you define a car, starting from there, of course. But you know that those small things that are integral part of a car could be improved upon. And the moment it requires a better version of this, or a better version of that, and that's how every part is for and by means of the whole. So every part improves the entire performance of the car in some sort of a way. But we need to realize that car was probably also made to reach point A to point B in a less number of time. Right?
Nice.
There's
That's
another
the basic
perspective. And let's just say that it is not very immediate and important, but we are going there for fun and I want to do it with my family. So it has 4 seats.
Right.
So 4 of us, without exerting any energy, and have a keto diet, you can eat anything, and can go from place A to place B, and that is what car is, what they are for. Give me a better car, and if I already love driving, I can do the same thing in a better way. So I think that is what you're asking. Of course, these great directors, let's just assume that they already know the tools that are already present in order to say the narrative or change the grammar of the accepted, filmmaking these days. So they are already aware of those things. And I think most of the times, these are the directors who have understood from every point of view to tell a story, understand a nuance of changing the grammar. And we as an audience understand this. Even if we don't probably take time to understand it, we feel it by what we see. And that is entertainment industry. It is not politics. It is not, and they all are narratives, by the way. In one sort of a way, they all are narratives. Even the concept of a nation is a narrative, and a very good one, where we all come together. But in entertainment, we do it in a certain way. There's a grammar to it. And the top of the ladder, like the names that you have mentioned, know the dynamics, and hence they use nuances in those. Brilliant. And those nuances are their respective styles. And that's how they are different, but similar at the same time. That's what I think.
Nice. Just recently, I have to put this out to you right now in public. I told my wife that, you know what, let's stop Googling and, for information or read a newspaper. Let's go to Sushant Singh Rajput's Instagram account. And literally, this man is so knowledgeable, and his heart and passion that lies in just he's beyond movies. I always feel that you are just not an actor, you are a great humanitarian, my friend. The things that you do for the poor and needy literally bring tears to my eyes. So thank you so much for being that support for everyone. So this is not an analogy, but we can make it a bit humorous. Okay. Cricketers, you played a cricketer. Cricketers take back a stump or a bail or a ball after a memorable match.
Yes.
What does Sushant Singh Rajput take back after a memorable film?
A lot of meanings, either ways of seeing, you can say ways of seeing, yes. So a lot of new and different and required and emergent. I'm using my words very carefully. All these things, new ways of seeing sticking together, and less of probably the reputation that comes with it. Not in terms of acknowledging and feeling the responsibility and also feeling great about yourself till a point, but if I take myself very seriously, it immediately stops me from looking for knowing new ways of seeing and defending what I am already. These are two completely diametrically and the only two ways of perspectives. Wow. So I don't want to do that, because just like you said, I think the best way that I have found till now, it could be better in the future and I'm hoping, is to learn in some sort of, first of all, understand what you like, not like to like. Not like to. There's a thin difference between that, but I understand what I like. I go for it, and I spend time. Probably that's because it commands my attention. And since it's already fascinating, I'm happy. So these two things are very important for me. It is already rigged with commanding of attention. I'm happy because I like it. And when you add these two, it is psychology, it is science, that you end up learning at a tremendous speed, and you would surprise yourself again and again and again. So I'm addicted to this process. Amazing. And I also love acting.
Amazing. Of course, Earth has a core.
Yes.
Okay. Probably the deepest point, or probably the center point, which we call the heart in our body. Of course, the heart is that.
Okay.
What is the film's core, especially when it comes to Son Chidiya?
Yes.
What do you think is the heart of Son Chidiya?
Oh, yes. Very, very good question. I think there's a specific answer to this. And it is sufficient also. I think most of the problems that we have, right, and I'm talking specific major problems that we are dealing with, don't want, probably are getting solved, anything. But most of them, I think in some sort of way, are there and surviving because as a group in any number, and bigger we become, the more it is, we stop acknowledging nuance because we somehow think that nuances are small things. If they are replaceable or they could be avoided. Well, in some ways it is right, but most of the ways nuances were made because literals were too much and it takes a lot of time. So what you do is, just like in computer you code it, here you code it with a nuance. This is how I understand. So I can understand one line. I'm sorry to be such descriptive answer. I can read one line and can still make sense with a full stop. But we have commas, we have punctuations. Those were made, I think, post the meaning was made after a full stop. We say that, no, we want more things to punctuate few things and so that the viewer does not go anywhere else, but just this. So I think nuances are cryptographic.
Oh, yeah, well said, cryptic. Yeah.
Yes, it's cryptic. And it is as simple as if you know the code, you know everything just by seeing the code. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So this is why, and when we study this in economics and those big fat books, you see those Maslow pyramids, you see that we start from just looking for our basic necessities and how we grow as a society. Top in that pyramid is also appreciation of art. And that is why the way it is, because the more experienced you are, the more you're paying attention, the more happier you are, the better skilled you get, more you learn, the less time it takes for you to learn even more. And this is exponential. So when all these things start happening, what suddenly happens, and it happens in quantum jumps, like it will suddenly happen, you would be more sensitive to nuances, also by stating it, also by seeing it. So yeah.
This is a masterclass.
I didn't want to become.
No. This is so good because I'm addicted to your Instagram. FYI, like my knowledge of beyond movies has increased. Thank you for a specific subject that you love. I want to also ask, realistically, have you ever been on a TED Talk? Man, you're a great speaker. You have brilliant analogies to what life and beyond is that you understand here.
Thank you so much for support.
Seriously, this is unbelievable. Okay, how disturbingly motivating is the reality of Chambal?
Depends on who is watching. Accurate answer. Like if right now.
So how do you see the glass, half full or half empty? Is it?
No, it's not even that. Somebody's looking at the glass, somebody's looking at the water, somebody's looking at the light reflecting from the glass, somebody's looking at the glass kept on the table, somebody's looking at, I'm thirsty, I want water, I don't care if it is half or full. And somebody who just wants probably add a soda to it, is half a glass is the best option.
Right.
So half a glass is not the problem. The problem is thinking that there is one right answer for one specific question in all the contexts that we understand.
You know, there's always this reality that whenever you are working with artists who respect their art and craft, and here I'm talking about Ashutosh Rana ji, Manoj Bajpayee and various others, but they are the veterans we're talking about. Subconsciously or consciously, do you think your art and craft also improves?
Both, just not or. I think I would request you to say or, and with me, just add. And it happens.
Yeah.
And well, you can, by the way, block it. There is a way to block it, but there are hardly any ways that I think that you can stop learning when you're just around these great actors. And when I knew the star cast, I already was feeling more successful. It was already, so what do we want now? Okay, give us more money, we'll keep. Give us more narrative, we'll keep. Give us more acknowledgement, we'll keep. But you know, learning has a thing to it, and when you learn easily, you love it.
And it's addictive.
Yes. So, but imagine signing this film and wanting to work with Abhishek for the longest of time, and now getting this opportunity to work with him and on such a tremendous script that I find very relevant and exciting. I'm already feeling successful. That is wrong in many contexts, but why I thought I was right was because it was because of a particular reason. I knew that I would be working with, first of all, these greats. I can take a day off, party hard, and flaunt in front of my friends. Number one. I can say that I'm working with, Abhishek Chaubey and Manoj Bajpayee and Ashutosh Rana. They were like, hey, are you serious? You know what I'm saying? And that would be it. So this is number one. And number two is, I knew that this happens if and only if I am not paying attention at that point in time, either between the shoot or in the shot. If I'm not paying attention, I'm doing it wrong. So the only thing that I was supposed to do in order to get everything that I was asking for and not was to pay attention.
Focus.
Yes, absolutely. No, when we think to focus, it is not the same thing.
Okay.
We need to rig ourselves to things that are fascinating, that already commands attention, and we pay attention.
Thank you. You just gave me something new to learn today.
Is it exciting?
It's superb, dude. I mean, we can keep on rolling for an hour, man. But okay, it's interesting because when you see the trajectory of an actor like you and how you've paved the way and where you have reached today, Sushant, at this given point in time, does a Sushant Singh Rajput map his career?
Yes, in a certain way, because I am very, very cognizant of one fact, that I keep a track on my likes. So I write them down so that I don't forget. Because when you have a tendency of paying attention, then there is a possibility of forgetting important things.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So I know what are the important things in my life. I can say that I want to earn more money, it will mean the same thing. I can say I'm more famous, it will mean the same thing. I can say I'm a hard-working guy and I deserve and I pay attention and I work hard, all these things, and it will mean the same thing. I think the most important thing is to find things that I don't know how to do it, but I absolutely am sure that I like it. So you don't know, and it's fine to start with stating honestly that I don't know. It is the best start, number one. There can't be a better start. So you're already winning. And if you do this with your likes, and I'm saying it again and again, it's not what I think I would like to like. There are those things too, and there's time for that too. If the first thing is happening, we know what are the things that we like, it makes us happy, we don't have to act at all. We just need to write those things, allocate time, and just go for it.
Nice. Okay, you're talking about the word attention. Now, it's time for you to pay attention, my friend. I've got a surprise for you.
I like surprises, but the good ones.
Okay. Okay, are we ready?
I am.
That's
intrigued.
one surprise.
Wow.
This is the book where the great Adam Stelzner
Of course. Thank you
landed
so much, man.
the rover Curiosity on Mars.
You know, we were talking about nuance.
Yeah.
We were talking about cryptography. So while gifting something is great, gifting somebody who probably, now I'll call somebody on my show and I'll give something that is required, in order to say few things, Being so accurate about my wants, which is the most important thing for me, books. And second, this concept is something that I'm intrigued with. Thank you so much, my
You're
friend.
welcome, man.
Thank you.
There's another one.
There is another one. Now this is
And I
when
just
it
pray.
gets overwhelming. Okay, bring it on. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Oh, it was in...
Yeah. It's,
Well, these are the books.
and I hope you don't have them.
I don't have neither.
Brilliant. So you're going to be in for a great reading session.
We are ending this interview right now because I want to read this. Thank you so much, my friend.
You're welcome, man.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you so much.
You're
By the way, both the things I absolutely like and want and invest my time every day in these two fields. So thank you.
You're welcome, man. You are welcome. Okay, I wanted to ask this to Bhumi, but now that she's not here, I will ask you, twist it around. What is that one trait of any co-actor you have worked with that you would like to possess in you?
Acquire?
Yeah.
Best thing about this answer would be it will appear paradoxical, but it's not.
Okay,
it's actually true. Right now when I'm thinking, I'm either thinking that what did I pick? Right now I don't have anything particular, but I know this for sure that there are so many things waiting for me, which I would definitely learn if I continue in the same order. If I'm just picking up the things that I really like and not thinking about any other context. Of course, those could be important, but not for me as an actor when I'm choosing my script. If I'm doing that, if I'm with somebody as a filmmaker who is also dealing in nuances and are open to exploration, which is very important, and curious, then I know that there is no way that I'll not pick up things that I should be at that point in time in order to improve my probability of winning or success or money or fame or my likes, anything. But I am improving for sure, and that is what we all want, I guess.
Yeah, to keep on improving, isn't it? Last question to you before I'm sure you're getting late. I remember talking a couple of years ago with our dear friend Mukesh Chhabra, probably your brother.
Yes.
You're too dear to him. I don't call you guys friends.
Yes.
And he gave me a trivia which was so important. He said, Devansh, I've started this MCCC and it's growing by leaps and bounds. But I always was fascinated with the film Bandit Queen, which actually gave the first ever tag for a casting director, Tigmanshu Dhulia.
Yes, absolutely.
And I said, wow, man.
It was an important film for many reasons.
For many reasons. Yeah. And of course, I'm sure for all you actors in Son Chetia, it would have been a reference point.
Yes, of course.
And Mukesh told that I wish I could do a casting like that. That ensemble is so thrilling.
Yes, and accurate.
Accurate.
It feels accurate. It's not that Shekhar sir could not have taken anybody else in different parts, but everything fell into place.
So in place, like a proper jigsaw puzzle.
What you're saying is right, yes.
I want to ask you, beyond this just being a reference point, Bandit Queen, you're working with someone just more than a director, Mukesh Chhabra in Dil Bechara.
Yes.
Again, I'm sure the answer is going to be accurate, but does the chemistry change? We talk about chemistry between actor and actresses and
Yes.
actors.
Yes.
How is the equation when you know that you're working with someone just beyond the director?
Very, very great question again. You're on a roll, man. Well, I need to think about it so that I don't end up saying things
Please.
that are not required.
Yeah, this is the last question anyway, so you can think.
Yes, I think that in terms of importance of things that we value, families and morals and ethics and all these great things that actually bind the society, not the framework. Framework is is the way we do it, but this is the why we do it. And what pops up as, we'll have a democracy, we'll have a police system like this, we'll have a judiciary like this. So these are what's that pop up after why is established, coming together, and all these great things, moral, and just paying attention to how's, we should go democracy, because this is debate. Debate creates how. Just like that, when I say that he is my brother and I smile and I mean it, we know that he's not my brother.
Yes.
But when I say he's my brother, I'm saying that just like we thought brothers would be, he is more of a brother. That's what I say, right?
Yeah.
So it's cryptic. Now, what is a brother? A brother is somebody who would completely possibly understand you before you do, and would tell you that, you should do this.
Yeah.
So that's big brother. Now, here we are punctuating a very important point, understanding. Filmmaker and an actor. A filmmaker could be a great filmmaker, an actor could be any actor, but I think as a team, and I think that's what they function as, if you just take filmmakers and actors in a context, they are the best when they are resonating at the same frequency. And when I say at the same frequency, I'm not saying that they are thinking the same thing at the same time. I'm saying they think similarly most of the times. And they both know it. And that is why I say that he's not my brother, but he's my brother. So we all know it. So we are not judging each other. We have already assumed that there's a hell lot of things that are similar, and hence we are making a film. Now we both are just working together to see, gauge, feel what is the next shot that we should do, which will actually entail everything that we want when the writer was writing, that scene. So this is what we are thinking. Not, you know it, let me appreciate you. Or how did you know? This is so surprising. Of course, this would come and emergent, but we're not wasting time here. We are going out and partying later. You know what I'm saying? But when we are here, it functions as a very, very efficient marker, brotherhood. We are not judging each other. All our attention, and this time too, is to what we are supposed to do. That's filmmaking and acting. That's great.
Well said. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when every question has a deeper meaning to it, which is beyond just the truth, and in other words, it's called analogies, you actually have a masterclass, and this interview is nothing short of that. Thank you so much,
Thank you, man.
Sushant. God bless you,
Thank you so
man.
much. It was such a pleasure talking to you.
Here,
And
man.
thank you for having me here. Thank you for these. I will love you forever.